well. So we're doing a very high level today as well. So in the tasting flight, we go from our largest production.
Largest production.
Yes, so we make lots of this, but not very much of the Riesling at all. The Riesling fruit that we source is usually kind of late harvest. So we let the fruit stay in the vine a little bit longer. So it gets a bit more sugar. Yeah, so a little bit of a higher sugar content than
这里边糖分多，
South Australia.
因为你一旦晚了，太阳照多，它糖分就多。
Let me try
A
this one.
little bit more of that sugar content, so a tiny bit sweeter.
Maybe 甜一点，
It's just a beautiful contrast between the citrus and the floral sort of
甜一点。
And also
那个 sour 对不对
Yeah, sour.
Yeah, definitely. So often, Riesling can be very dry, super dry, and just lack a little bit of that personality. So anyway, we were doing Riesling for a couple of years back from like 2005 to 2015.
Yeah.
We stopped and now we're doing it again. But I definitely think that Riesling is making a bit of a comeback in the world of wine at the moment. So people are really excited about Riesling and very versatile in terms of food pairing as well. So it goes really great with seafood, but also sort of spicy Thai curries and that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool. So Chardonnay is up next. So now we introduce a little bit of oak to our winemaking. So this spends 9 months in French oak. And
9 months. 9
Yes.
months of what?
in oak.
In oak.
So in the wood.
I see.
那
I
个
see.
酒桶，
在那个酒桶里面9个月是吧
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
very good。
So these first two are fermented entirely in stainless steel. But yeah, we introduced some French oak now with the Chardonnay. So 9 months in oak, and a third of that is new oak. So new oak has like more big and bold oaky flavour.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of that kind of, classic Chardonnay element in there.
classic 上来就是它里边的那种纯的东西，糖的。
So I always describe this as a modern classic because it does have that kind of depth and that fullness of a Chardonnay of the 80s and 90s era, but just done in a beautifully modernised, updated sort of way. You can really just sense the style and the balance.
你看它的感觉，看看。
So our Chardonnay and Pinot Noir are both sourced from our second vineyard in the hills. So our second location is Lenswood. So Lenswood is just kind of off in front of us, in amongst the mountains out the front here. So it's much higher, it's much colder, and there's a lot more rain out there as well. So that really suits these more delicate grapes. So they call Pinot Noir the princess grape. So it likes very cold, very secluded sort of regions. So down here it's a little bit too warm and too exposed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's perfect out at that Lenswood side. So it's actually 500 meters above sea level. So that means that there's no frost out there. So that's another really great thing when we're producing Chardonnay and Pinot.
I mean this one.
Yes,
Okay, this
exactly.
one.
So that's also why
我觉得这个还可以
really
这个
我喜欢这个，它有一点点的辣，
啊，那
就
就是有点
有一点点a little
他
bit
就说
spicy。
style，他 talking about 哎那种感觉，他们的特色。
So I think as a region, we're able to produce some of the best Chardonnay and Pinot in Australia just because of our climate.
这个口感很轻啊，
这两个就不一样，这是红葡萄。
对啊，但是我觉得这个口感比较轻，而且没有那种。It's
A little bit feel
not
light, soft, not so
Yeah,
strong.
light
Yes,
soft,
Exactly.
yes.
Yeah,
Light soft.
absolutely. So I have to tell you that both the Pinot Noir and the Shiraz
Yes.
are from the 2021
Oh,
vintage.
2021.
And
The
20
production, you mean the wine?
Yes,
from-
exactly. And that was actually known as a Goldilocks season. So perfect wine growing season.
Perfect
So,
wine.
Yeah, so that doesn't happen very
讲
often.
究地啊，地要好，就葡萄长出来地要好。
就是他们这个就很好嘛，在这边是
对
最好的。那他们不是说他们葡萄园这个是最有名的？
对，它量大呀，适合长。
这个量大，然后这种是很好的那种，就是它这块地很适合生产那种，对吧
So
？OK，
yeah,
Sorry.
so one of the best vintages that we've seen in the hills, maybe ever. So really perfect season. So the winemaker's are saying this might be one of the best Pinot Noirs that we've ever done at Sharon Smith. So pretty big statement, but I think that this is up there with one of the very best that I've ever produced. And lastly, our Shiraz. So very different to the Barossa and the Clarendale style of Shiraz. So this is cool climate Shiraz. So still lots of personality, but just much more light, much more approachable, much more elegant, much more refined.
这个就是口感就特别接近。
So we just really want the fruit to be the star of the show rather than this big oaky component. It does have a fantastic, very bright perfume, but a real savoury aspect as well. And this fruit is actually here at Valhalla as well. So Sauvignon Blanc out the front and Shiraz out the back here. So it's on our north-facing slope. So north-facing gets the most sunlight of anywhere. So that's really good for all this beautiful ripening, and ripening means great flavour development at the end of the day. But most importantly, with all of these wines, I hope you'll see that there's this wonderful sense of balance. So balance, I think, is really such a kind of signature of our winemaking.
Okay.
And then just lastly here again is the 2014 Pinot. So same as what you're enjoying, but just with 7 or 8 years of time in the bottle. So kind of just taking away the hard work so that you don't have to put it to the side and wait all this time. So we do age releases a couple of times throughout the year. It is a bit of a rarity to find older Pinot in the hills as well. So really exciting.
The color is a little bit different as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think the colour really nicely represents the overall characteristic of the wine. So it's much more savoury, much more leathery. You get these like rhubarb and beetroot and tomato and cinnamon sort of flavours, rather than the more bright sort of fruity quality of the younger Pinot wine. So anyway, guys, I'll let you have some fun and enjoy these wines.
Thank you so much.
And there's one more wine I'll show you a bit later on if you're interested.
Beautiful.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
不要买烧的吗？加那个。
OK， 再点上。
你是不是平时老是他，把他们给生怕了？
没有啊，我平时都很少见到他们。